Hi everybody, it's Kara and I have a couple hauls to share with you. I placed another order for some more fountain pens with the Goulet Pen Company, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. And then I also have a small order from Mochithings when they did their last sale. I just picked up a couple things I thought I'd share with you guys really quick. So, first thing that I'm going to show you is the order from the Goulet Pen Company. And this is Goulet pens that I'm talking about. And Ink Nouveau is the YouTube channel that I have been watching a ton of videos on, and that's part of the reason I did another order. But the first part is this little pen right here. When I did my first order, after watching lots of videos, I knew I wanted to start out with just kind of a basic beginner fountain pen that didn't cost a ton of money, because I'm not sure I'm going to like them. So I was looking at several versions that were under $20 because I didn't want to spend a ton of money. And if you remember, I picked up that silver Pilot Metropolitan when I shopped there the first time. And I chose that one because the one I really wanted wasn't in stock. But I have been going back and looking, and it was in stock, so I grabbed it. And it is the same body. It's the Pilot Metropolitan, but it's called the White Tiger because of those tiger stripes right there, which is normally totally not my thing. But I just think that this white pen is just really sharp looking. I think it's really cool. I just kind of really like it. This one has a medium nib on it, so we'll have to kind of play around with that. I thought that was a good opportunity for me to decide if I like writing with a fine nib or a medium nib, because the other one, the silver one, has a fine nib. And of course it came with an ink cartridge as well. So that's the original reason I was gonna get something there. And then I think, like most of us who watch a lot of YouTube videos, like you guys are right now if you're watching this, you find other nifty things that you think you need to buy, and that's what happened. I decided that I really wanted to try a flex pen, and I'd watched a whole bunch of videos, especially some from Brian, who is one of the owners of the Goulet Pen Company. And he kind of talked a little bit about them. And so they had, you know, they're relatively inexpensive. I got the cheapest version, which is the Noodlers, well, the cheapest version of the Noodlers. This is a Noodler pen. Noodlers Nib Creeper Flex Fountain Pen. And I picked a color called Vulcan's Coral. And it looks like this. It's actually in a plastic bag. So it's kind of marbled in some gorgeous red and a little bit of pink colors. Now the difference about this one, supposedly, is that it has, oh that's right, it's a screw top. It has a nib that will flex, which basically means, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to show it, but the nib will kind of split apart a little bit and allow you to get some variation on your lines, which I'll have to show you when I have it filled with ink. Basically, when you press down, if you apply the right amount of pressure, supposedly, can you see that splitting open a little bit? That gives you some variation in the widths of your lines. So I wanted to try that, and it also gave me an opportunity to try a different way of doing the ink, because basically this particular one doesn't have an ink cartridge or a converter. You pull the ink into the pen like so, and I'm going to do videos on how I do that as I set up each pen. And in here it has a little window where you can see, you know, when your ink's getting low. And obviously, guys, I think I said this the first time, I'm not an expert on this. I decided that I'm going to just do the videos as I learn, so you guys can see all of my mistakes and fumbling and all that good stuff. And this is going to be one of them, because I wanted to kind of try this out, because I'm thinking about maybe trying to learn some calligraphy or something similar. So I just got a basic one to see if I like it, and if I like it, then maybe I'll invest in some more that are a little bit pricier. If you're interested in that particular color, there's the information. Now, because this one doesn't have a cartridge, I wanted to pick up some ink. And if you remember correctly, with the last video, I showed you guys on their invoices, they always write a little note, and they tell you the ink color that they used. Well, in the first one, with my first order, they used an ink called, let's see if I'm going to get the name right. Black Swan in Australian Roses, which is kind of a black burgundy looking color. So, and it's Noodlers ink, which I've heard good things about. So that's what I picked up. I got a 3-ounce bottle of that. Now, if you don't want to try big bottles like this, because you're not sure of the color, you can also get ink samples like these. And I picked up 4 of these. So I picked up, let's see, all in Noodlers. I decided I was just going to stick with the same brand for now before venturing out. So I picked up, let's see, Whaleman's, and I always say that word wrong, sepia, or I'm not sure. There we go. So a brown. And then I picked up Midnight Blue. I picked up Autumn and Rose, which looked to be like a dark pink. And I'm going to do little swatches and samples with all of these when I use them. And then Liberty's Elysium, which I believe Brian helped develop with Noodlers. So I got those 4. And these are $1.25 to try. This ink bottle was, let me see, $12.50, and it is 3 ounces if I remember correctly. Yeah, 3 ounces. So this is one I think I'm going to use a lot. These I'm just going to try out before I buy any more, you know, large bottles. I don't want to have a ton of these laying around, but I figured the colors I use frequently, I would get the bigger ones because of course it's more cost effective to do that. So then in addition to those samples, I picked up just a couple other small things. I picked up a converter for the new Pilot, which I'll show you how that works in another video, but that's the converter. I picked up a couple of these ink syringes, which helps you get all of the ink out of here. You don't necessarily have to have these, but I liked the way they worked when I was, again, watching a video, so I picked that up. And then I picked up some silicone grease, which is just something you use maintenance-wise on pens, and if you want to also convert them into eyedroppers, which I'll talk about in another video if I choose to do that. So that's all I got from the Goulet Pen Company. And then from Mochithings, I picked up, and I'm sure you will not be surprised to find out, a couple more little like pen pocket type things. So I picked up one in a pink, and I'm going to take it out so you can see it. And these are very small, and I did get them for a reason, but here you can see how they come. They just have a little Velcro thing here. And then this is plastic, so this little thing is inside. And basically, you're not going to fit a ton in here. But what I figured I would use these for, because I got a pink one and a gray one. And these are just kind of, I don't know specifically what they are, but they're some kind of, you know, thicker plastic. I'm going to put the multifunction pens that I have in these in one of them. And then I think I'm going to keep my fountain pens in another for now, because I just have, you know, the 3. So that's why I got those 2 things. And then I picked up this little set of deco stickers to try. And then another little set of stickers, and I don't know if you'll see this or not, but basically they're little squares. And I got them in different colors, and these of course will be for color coding in my Filofax. But they come in yellow, blue, green, orange, and red. And I don't think that these are going to be see-through. These are more, feel more like traditional paper to me, but I think they'll be good little things to like highlight something I want to make sure I look at, that kind of thing. And that looks almost pink on camera, but it's actually very, very red. These are very primary colors, okay? So that's all the goodies I have. I'm going to be back shortly with some videos, hopefully on the pens and a few other things I have planned, and I still have crafting videos, of course, planned, so I have that all coming up. I did want to say just kind of a general thank you to a few of you guys out there. Some of you guys I know from my crafty site, Art and Sassy, and some of us are also Facebook friends, and so many of you have been kind enough to send me some very sweet messages, because you know that on Monday this last week we had to have one of our little furry babies put to sleep, and that was really hard, and it's kind of impacted all of us a little bit more than I think we all thought it would. This was one of our Cocker Spaniels, and she was just having some health issues and was 13, and So we just kind of made the decision on Monday that it was time, and I just want to thank you guys, those of you who've kind of reached out and had such kind things to say and been so sympathetic. That I really appreciate that, and it's made it a little bit easier to say goodbye to her. So thanks for that, guys. And if you have any questions about any of the things here, leave them down below for me. And if you haven't had a chance, go over to their YouTube channel for the Goulet Pen Company, which is Ink Nouveau. But I would suggest you not do it if you don't want to get addicted, because it's definitely impacted the things I want to try with these fountain pens. But he has a ton of really good, helpful videos. Anything out there from, you know, how to ink up a pen, how to clean a pen, the different kinds of pens, pen reviews, all sorts of good things. So definitely check those out. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you're having a great day wherever you're at. Bye.